Hey, welcome back to the Destination Unknown Dude channel. It's 5:30 a.m. Little video today about budgeting in the Philippines. I did a video on this before already, but I got some real live data to share with you about all of these YouTubers in the Philippines or in whatever country. They're saying, hey, move overseas, you'll save a ton of money and live like a king on $500 a month. And all of those are lies. I'm just gonna straight up tell you right now, that is an absolute lie, and they know it. Yeah, you could live for $500, $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, whatever, insert whatever number. You can live like that if you don't factor in life. See, the thing is you can have a budget and it's a guideline, but you can't count on that. That doesn't factor in real life. You got meals, you got this and that, you got how much your apartment costs or how much your condo costs or whatever, but that doesn't factor in what it takes to actually live. And along with that, we can talk about rental income. Oh, that's rental income is, because that's how you're going to maintain your life. Maybe you've got, you're invested in the stock market, or maybe you've got rental income. And that's what's going to fund your $500 a month life in the Philippines, or whatever, insert whatever number you want. And it's, oh, you're a slumlord, that's passive income. Let me tell you right now, that is an absolute lie. That is total bullshit. If you're a slumlord, it's not passive income. If you own an Airbnb, it's not passive income. If you have a long-term lease that you're managing and you have a renters, it's not passive income. And I'll tell you, from personal experience, I've got a rental house and it's a nice new house. Fairly new, 2012, newer house. It doesn't need a lot of maintenance. It doesn't need a lot of repairs. But I don't know if I'm going to get a rent check every month. That ain't passive income. That's wondering if you're going to get paid. And if I need to find a new tenant, I don't know how long that's going to take or how much money it's going to take for me to fix repairs. That ain't passive income. The passive income from a rental is a lie. And if you're relying on that income to pay for your, yes, there's a jet flying over. Do I need to acknowledge that? No. Okay. If you need that rental income to pay for your life in whatever country you're in, you're screwing up. You're screwing up. You better have a slush fund. Because from my example, I just dropped $8,000 on an air conditioner in my my rental home, in my passive income lie. And I went to the U.S. and dropped $10,000 on between flights and transportation and buying souvenirs and seeing Dollywood and doing all the stuff that we did there. And while I was gone, I had to replace a mini split in the house in the Philippines. And when we got back, the air conditioner went out again for the third time on my Toyota Innova. Thankfully, those repairs are fairly cheap. Needed a new compressor and dryer. In the US, it would have cost $2,000. And here, it cost $300. And I can take the old compressor to the junk shop and get a couple bucks. But the budget is a lie. It's absolute horse shit. You can have it using as a guideline, but people that say that they're living here and they've been living here for 20 years and they pay $1,500 a month, they don't have a life. They're sitting there staring at the TV, looking cross-eyed at the TV or looking at the internet or spreading their lies on their YouTube channel trying to get clicks to actually pay for their lifestyle, because that's what everybody does. They run a YouTube channel and they try to make some money to pay for their lifestyle. Hey, I'm no different from that. if YouTube wants to pay me for this shit, which they're not, I'm okay with that. But in the meantime, it gives me something to do. Gives me some fun things to think about. So when you're looking at the budget, look at the real world budget. Plan for things to happen that you don't want to have happen. Doctor visits, broken down stuff with your passive income real estate. You know, I like the stock market. I never had an unexpected bill from the stock market of 10 grand. That's an absolute bullshit. If you don't sell your stocks, you don't lose money and you don't make money. But you could sell at any moment. I can touch every bit of my money within a week. Do that with your real estate. Your passive income. Lie. The only thing good about dealing with real estate is that you can do what you can't really do safely, or they say you can't do it safely with the stock market, is buy with debt. You can buy a piece of shit house with debt, rent it out, and if your rental income is higher than your mortgage, you kind of win. But again, like I've said before, everybody's got a handout. You got to pay for insurance. You got to pay for real estate agents. You got to pay for this, or you got to pay for that. You got to pay for. Everybody's got a handout. Ain't nobody got a handout with the stock market. Nobody. When I buy it, I don't have to check with anybody. I don't have to do nothing. I can buy it immediately. When I sell it, I don't have to check with anybody. I don't have to do nothing. I just sell it immediately. And if I take a short-term gain, then I can expect to pay a higher tax percentage. If I hold it for a year, then I can expect to pay a much lower tax percentage. So it's simple. Simple. F real estate. You're not going to make nothing. And oh, by the way, if you want to do Airbnb or VRBO, good luck. Don't count on it, because all it's going to take is one pissed off customer and they kick you off the app. Now what you going to do with that house that you had to get all prettied up and do all this cockamamie dumb shit to make it look cool in a Airbnb listing? Well, that happens. That's happened in my parents' neighborhood. That happened. A bunch of Airbnbs are no longer Airbnbs. They didn't get kicked off the app, but they had some drama. Morning, sir. They had some drama with their cleaning crew, and you know, there's another something that you're relying on. If you're gonna have passive income with your Airbnb, well, guess what? You need to have a maintenance crew on standby. You need to have a cleaning crew on standby. And you need to have somebody managing your listing on standby. Because passive income means you don't have to answer all the stupid questions from your customers. You don't have to coordinate the keys. You don't have to coordinate nothing. Passive incomes mean passive income. Ain't nothing passive about Airbnb or VRBO. And all it's going to take is one issue, kick you off the app. Now what are you going to do? My stocks don't rely on anybody. I've got an investment house, but my stocks rely on nobody. I don't have to answer to nobody to do nothing with my stocks. I don't need a cleaning crew that's not going to show up or show up drunk, show up high, show up doing a bad job, and then the customer complains and I have to take money off of their vacation, their what they paid me. I have to refund some money. Man, come on, dude. Come on. If you're going to come up with a plan to go overseas, be realistic. Don't set yourself up for failure on a shoestring budget, $1,200 worth of Social Security, and try to make it work. Yeah, it happens. You can make it work. But how are you going to fly home? You know, let's say you're an old dude, you got a grandkid goes to the hospital, you want to go home. You're living on $1,200 a month Social Security. How much is that plane ticket? Minimum of $1,000. $2,000 right now. There goes your monthly budget. It's eating them into your next month's budget. How's that work? Life gets in the way of all these great plans. And if you think that you got enough money to shut it down and come over to some exotic country, you better think hard about it. And startup costs? How much you think I got in startup costs of all this? 10,000 solar, 120,000 house, 8,000 car, refurbishment to the house, 10, 15,000. Where'd that money come from? Didn't come out of my budget. all the improvements here. Where'd that money come from? You got to think about this. You come into another country. Yeah, on day one, you know what all your costs are going to be. You get a condo and it's furnished, and you show up with a suitcase and you're all set. You know what all that's going to be. But on day two, when you find yourself in a relationship and she's got 2 kids and you are madly in love and she's hitting you up to get a house and set up shop, what you going to do? That wasn't in the budget, dude. That wasn't in the budget. Now what you going to do? You better think about that. You better have a plan. You better have a rainy day fund. Or you come to the Philippines with your Filipina. You've had a solid, steady relationship. You come to the Philippines and you're going to set up a new life. And she rekindles something with one of her exes on Facebook. Because you know your Filipina is glued to Facebook. And she don't speak English with her ex. So you have no idea what's being said or what's being done. And she wants to be jealous of you to hide the fact that you need to be jealous of her. So whatever life you thought you had and you budgeted for and you planned for is now in disarray. And this is just reality. I don't know if it's going to happen to you, but shit's going to happen. Life happens. That budget does not account for life happening. And that's my point. Life happens. Your budget, if you are tied to that budget and you got no other option, you better think hard about what your game plan is. You better have a backup plan for the backup plan for the backup plan. And I'm not saying this to scare you. I'm not saying this because I'm not doing it. I'm living it. I'm living it right now. This field right here, that's the Philippines. Okay? Those roosters you hear in the background, that's the Philippines. That's the reality. The fart cans you hear in the distance, that's that loud ass road right there. I'm living it, man. I'm living this. And that building that you see in the distance, that's a chicken house. Okay? Ask me how I know. Well, I can smell it. Not today, but I can smell it. And talk about flies, I got flies. More flies than I've ever seen in my life. So think about what you're doing, man. Think about what you're doing. Think about what you're doing. Just because you're being led around by your third leg doesn't mean that it's all going to work out and you're not going to get stung. Have a backup plan. And anything involving women, it's the same here as everywhere. Anything involving women is a business transaction, okay? Whether you're dealing with a professional woman, or you're dealing, by professional I mean professional nightlife woman, or you're dealing with the one that you pulled out of the province, or you're dealing with one that you met at the airport on your way in at immigration. Everybody wants a better life. It doesn't matter what country you're in, what world you're on. They want a better life, and if you can provide it, they're going to take it. And if you give it, they're going to take it. And if you keep giving it, they're going to take it. And who do you got to blame? Yourself, you fucking jackass. You fell for it. You fell for it. It's your fault. It's your fault you got in too deep. And I'm speaking from experience. Am I in too deep? No. Could I be? Real fucking quick. Real quick. I had to pay my income tax too. So last month, if I'm living on a $3,000 a month budget, getting back to the point, say I got a $3,000 a month budget. People online say, oh man, that's plenty. That's more than enough to live in the Philippines. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. I'm telling you right now, it is not. And you see what I got. I got a shitty house. I got an acre of land. I got a shitty car. I got some chickens. I'm living on a shoestring, but it ain't a shoestring. Because I can't hardly meet that budget most months. And guess what I've spent last month? 25 grand. Where'd that come from? I just ate up my budget for what's 3 divided by 25? 8? That's 8 months. Is that, I don't know if that math's right. Fuck, that's early. It's 5:30 in the morning. But that's 8, let's say it's 7 months. That's 7 months worth of my budget. So anybody that wants to ask you, oh, where do you spend your money, or where's your budget go? How's it working out for you? It ain't, dude. It ain't. And I'm the first one to fucking tell you that whatever you think you're going to spend, triple it. Just telling you right now, triple it. If you don't actually spend it, put it in savings. If you do spend it, then spend it. But can you make it through a $25,000 month? Because it's going to happen. Can you buy a piece of property when mama says it's time to settle this shit down and lock it down? Can you buy it? You're not going to get financing. You got to throw down. Can you buy it? Can you put your hands on that money when you see the dream house mama gives you the look? Can you put your hands on that money in an effective window of time to get it without taking a huge loss, i.e. real estate? Can you look at a house, buy that bitch the next week with cash? If you can't, you better think about it. You better think about what you're doing. And also, can you shut down your life in one country and start up your life in another country without taking a huge hit personally and financially? Because you're starting over. Think about everything you bought when you were 16 years old. You bought a car, you bought some jeans, you bought a stereo, you bought whatever, and all the things you bought since then. All those are gone. Now, I'm not saying you still got your stereo from when you were 16, but just think about all the crap that you buy that makes you you. You got to get rid of it. It's got to fit in a couple suitcases and some ballot buy-in boxes. And now you're starting over. What do you need? Well, if you get a furnished condo like you should, you need a suitcase and that's it. But eventually, when you meet the chick at immigration, at the Naya airport, and you fall in love, and she wants the white picket fence, she wants the AFAM life, which stands for American Family. She wants the AFAM life. You better be ready, man. Now you need to start all over. You got to buy the tools. You got to buy the equipment. You got to buy the car. And oh, by the way, she wants to drive too. You got to buy the motorbikes. You got to buy the Kulong, which is a sidecar to the motorbike. Where's that in your budget? Where's that in your budget? And you can't blame the Filipina. It's not her fault. It's your fault. It's your fault. It's not her fault. She's not taking you to the cleaners. You took yourself to the cleaners, you idiot. You took yourself to the cleaners because you thought that you were going to be single for the rest of your life, and whatever money you had to account for your existence was going to be it, and that's it. Come on, man. I don't care where you go. You're not going to be single for the rest of your life. You need a companion. You need somebody to share it with. You're not, what's that? You're not crazy, sexy, cool, or Joe Ace Bachelor cool, lying to you about how he's single and he's the most single fool in the Philippines. Come on, man. He's got like 8 kids. He's got responsibilities. He's lying to you. They're all lying to you. Sunshine Shoulders is probably the only mug out there that's telling you the truth. They're all lying to you. Overstay Road is probably telling you the truth, but you're not going to get the whole truth. You're not going to get it from anybody. You're not going to get it from me either. But what I am telling you is that if you think that you're going to come to the Philippines and live like expensive expat, the Philippines YouTuber, and live like him in his $30 a month house that he's fixing up, you are out of your mind. He's got discipline. He's got layaway. He's getting credit for his appliances. He doesn't have cash to pay for those things. He's got a dysfunctional relationship, if he still does. I don't know. I've met the guy. He seems like a smart guy. All he wants to talk about is his YouTube channel. So if you want to get to know the guy, just watch his channel. That's all he's going to talk about. But I'm making jokes, and I don't dislike the guy. He helped me out. He helped me out looking for his mini mansion on his YouTube channel was where I stayed, and that was a major mistake. That's not his fault. But you know, when I talk to that guy, it's a one-sided conversation. He doesn't listen to me. He just wants to talk. So, you know, that's the kind of people that are on here. They're all egomaniacs or liars or just trying to get a headline and make a buck, trying to sustain the life that they cannot afford. All right, y'all. There's some food for thought on that, and I just been thinking about it. And this last month was a reality check. Hey, it wasn't pleasant. You dropped 25 grand, and even when you got a job, drop 25 grand, see how you feel. Wasn't pleasant, but there was no way around it. And I'm still in the hole. I still got an air conditioner here at the off-grid homestead that is not working, and it's low priority, but it's going to need repair or replacement. So I'm still not out of the woods. I'm still spending it. So you think that 25 grand is the end of it? It's not. So just as I've told other people, you better think long and hard. If you're already in a relationship and you're solid, think long and hard about coming over here and living full time. Go buy a piece of property in Alabama. If you need to go to the province, go buy a piece of property in Alabama and take all your worldly possessions with you, because replacing it is going to be expensive. Furniture ain't cheap. I don't care where you are in the world. Air conditioners are not cheap. Appliances are not cheap. None of that stuff is cheap. Cheaper maybe here, but other things make up for the cheapness. So don't come here. Or if you think you need to come here for 6 months. And then see how you feel. Don't shut it all down and come here on a wing and a prayer. Because you're one hangnail away from that shit crashing and burning right in front of your eyes, and there ain't nothing you can do about it. All right, y'all. Be good at it. Take care. Like, comment, subscribe. See ya.